And now I'm joined by Senator Warren Limmer. Senator, your candidate, Tom Emmer, emerged victorious today. Your thoughts?
He did, and it seemed like we have a very unified political party going forward out of this convention. Two kind of giants for conservative thought from the House, reflecting a lot of views of Minnesota's public. And uniting together, one bowing out gracefully. Hard to do, I've been there myself, and yet at the same time, it looks like we have a very united party. I'm really excited.
Were you surprised? I mean, if you watched the DFL convention last weekend and in this one, there was no crowd behind Marty Seifert when he got up there. There was nobody. He just walked up the microphone and said it's time to support Tom Emmer.
Every candidate, believe me, in '98 I had to do the same for Secretary of State with Mary Kiffmeyer. Had to make that walk, and that's a walk that you have to take by yourself, and you have to come to that conclusion, and no one else can really share it. You have to if you have to give in. Do it gracefully, do it gentlemanly, but it tells the people out in the cheap seats out here that we are a united party, and I'm directing you to follow my example. That's what leadership is.
Now, there's been some conversation about the unity breakfast that'll take place to bring the Republicans together, and so they can have a united front and get out and start their campaigning early.
Yeah, unity breakfast is something new to our kind of pattern of history here. It's a good idea. Now that the squabble is over, the family feud is over, now it's time to break bread and share conversation, little fellowship, to get back onto the focus of what unites us. And it's a great idea.
All right. Beyond the messaging, beyond the ideology and all that that Tom Emmer had, we're pretty sure at KFAI Radio that we understand now what swung the vote eventually to Tom Emmer. We think it was these, Senator Limmer. Oh, your thoughts?
I know what these are. These are made to look like a Rice Krispie bar. I can't tell you the ingredients, but if we could just send this over to the Mideast, we might have a real thing going on.
Well, that's breaking news right there. Senator Warren Limmer calling for this to go to the Mideast. Well, it's certainly nutritious to a certain extent, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Okay, to a certain extent. Now, some of your colleagues, including Senator Murphy, others, stepping down, deciding that's it. You're not. You're in there. You're running.
Oh, sure. You're
a bad quitter, Senator Limmer.
I'll let you say that. Some people say I'm a sore quitter, but no, I'm going to seek election another time. I've been doing it for a while now. Minority whip, my caucus has been good in recognizing some of my abilities, and I just love the sharing of debate and the contrast of ideas. It's a very stimulating place to be in the Minnesota Senate. You get to debate some of the very best people in the state of Minnesota, and you can also lure people over to your side too. So I'm excited about doing a sales pitch back to the folks back home. Hopefully they'll think that I've been doing a good job for them.
And now, as we look ahead, your candidate, the one who was endorsed today, and I don't know what button you were wearing before the endorsement. Well, let's go with Emmer. And Representative Emmer has been talking to his Republican folks as he gains the endorsement here. Now he's got to go out and try to appeal to center, independents, center left, stuff like that. How does he tailor his message for that, or does he?
Well, I think every candidate needs to tailor a little bit after their political party. We have, we have wide views, but we have a narrow population of delegates here. Now comes the point of selling yourself, promoting your product to the buying public. I think he's going to not stray a whole lot from his message because what he's saying is the concerns of a lot of Americans today. They're concerned. Some are even fearful of where the country's going. And national polls have shown that a good 25 to 30% are beginning to question whether you're a Democrat, Republican, or an independent. They're all questioning the direction of the United States in internal policy. And those are the questions that have to be addressed. Those are the things that have to be discussed. He'll probably tone down a little bit of the rhetoric a little bit. We all do. But at the same time, I know Tom Emmer, he's not going to change too much.
Let me ask you a little bit about the differences. Now, you've seen two candidates from the House come out here, and the House is known as a raucous, rock'em sock'em place. When I go over to the Senate, it's very dignified, very suit and tie like, very, mostly just there's some decorum there.
Are you accusing me of being dignified?
Well, yes, I am, Senator Limmer.
It is a little different. I've had a job in both places, and it is definitely a different animal altogether. The House from the Senate. I used to say that in characterizing the two bodies, the sharks in the House swim at the surface. That you can see the fin in the water, and they're coming straight at you. In the Senate, the sharks swim a little deeper, and all you feel is that sudden lurch of your legs getting ripped off below water. And but other than that, it's about the same. But they are a little more discreet, a little more dignified. Even the jokes are all inside jokes. You have to be there a while before you kind of catch on to their sense of humor.
And these are the sharks you're referring to, of course, are your colleagues in the House and Senate.
That's exactly right. Yeah, they're the only animals in the room, and yet at the same time, once you've been there for just a short time, you begin to realize that there is serious work going on. Sometimes life and death issues are being discussed, and yet always we find ourselves reviewing just about every issue. I love the debate, so I like getting into putting a vocal or a historic record on tape in our DVDs that are being recorded to make sure that all of the points of the debate are being debated. We need to leave a record of what we do.
All right. Well, Senator Warren Limmer has been our guest here as we wrap up from the convention center. I want to thank you for taking time out to talk with our listeners and viewers.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you.